Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining the live today. Today I'm going to be talking to my friend Zo. I actually have not met her in person. I've met her through Instagram, I believe, a few months ago because she was having a sale on her shop, which is what she's going to be talking with us about today. So it's very exciting. And yeah, it's going to be super fun. Oh, there she is. Yeah, in person yet. I've just met her through social media. So it's going to be really interesting to have her on. Um, Oh.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Zoe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh my gosh, your makeup.
Can we take a moment though? The purple lipstick. I'm literally living right now. It looks so
Thank
good.
you. I'm living for your makeup. It's so nice. I love
Thank
it.
you.
So, thank you for joining today. Let me see. Let's just wait for a few more people to join. But I was just telling the people who are going to watch this that I haven't met you in person. I've met you via
Hmm.
Instagram. So hopefully one day I get to meet you in person, but we'll
Definitely.
wait and see. But yeah, so how's your day going?
Pretty good. I had a lot of schoolwork today specifically because I'm kind of playing catch up on one of my other assignments, but
Mhm.
I got a lot done today. So I'm glad to finally unwind.
Yay! Okay, awesome. So we're having some more people join us, which is really cool. And then I saw that you put it on your story, and a lot of people said that they were going to join, so that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing your gummy bear earrings.
Nice. Nice. They look cute.
Thank you.
It's nice seeing them in action.
Yes.
They almost kind of look like like from here they kind of look like crystals. I think my camera's probably like, or my processing system is like weird, but they kind of look like crystal to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I love the background that you're at, and I know you're gonna share with us later about your background. So
Yes. Fun
this is
stuff.
exciting. Yeah. All right, so we can get started, and I'll just start with an introduction. So thank you everybody again for joining with us today. I'm going to be talking to my friend Zoe, who is the founder of Animo Style, which is a unique brand that combines self-expression with wearable art and fashion. They began their business in the wake of the pandemic in order to sustain themselves through digital art. Oh, wait. Yeah. I was like, sorry, did I mess that up?
Oh, you're
um,
good.
yeah, and has since they have since expanded into jewelry and customized photo edits and wall art. Zoe has a history of supporting local artists and creators and enjoys finding new collaborative opportunities. So thank you so much again for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I've been
Yeah,
watching a lot of your other artist talks. I really like the space you're creating and giving artists the platform to share their experiences. I really
yeah.
love the concept.
Of course, yeah. And I'm so glad that you said yes and you're willing to share your story with us. So let's get started and talk about where you're from.
Sounds good. I am originally from Virginia on the
Mhm.
East Coast, Northern Virginia. I grew up there and I went to high school there, and I ended up staying there until I went to UC Irvine for my undergraduate like time experience. And
Mhm.
then after undergrad, I just kind of stayed in California. I couldn't leave the weather.
The weather's what gets everyone. And
Yeah.
so what inspired you to create art?
Um, just generally what inspires me to create art. I don't know. I'm a multimedia artist, and I kind of use whatever medium I have that's accessible for me at the time. But what inspires me a lot of the time is other artists, a lot of other creators, and I'll get into a little bit more on like where my journeys like came from. But a lot of the time, being able to express myself and being able to see other artists express themselves, and kind of sometimes I like running with other ideas that already exist, seeing how we can like alter things, which is why initially I was really interested in photo edits. But but that's just like a small chunk of my interests.
Awesome. And so when you decided to pursue this as a career, did you receive support from your family and friends?
I did. I actually I had overwhelming support. So initially, I wasn't actually planning on making it into a business or anything. It was more so me doing photo edits for fun, just because I was bored. I had a lot of time.
Hmm.
So I made a photo edit for myself, and I just like mindlessly posted, "Hey, if anyone wants something similar to this, let me know." And my DMs were over flooded, so I was like, "Okay, I need to I need to make this a little more structured."
Hmm.
But it was really, really exciting to see other people interested in my art because not only, I mean, obviously I would create art whether or not people like it, but it's always nice to see other people engaging and enjoying your art too.
Hmm. Awesome. And so let's talk a little bit about your school education. So what schools did you attend?
Okay. For undergrad, I went to UC Irvine. That's that. And for my graduate degree, I'm currently pursuing my master's in media psychology from Fielding Graduate University. So that's my current endeavor.
That's so amazing. And so what major did you start with when you first went to school, and then what did you end up doing?
um, so what's funny is I actually chose UC Irvine because their criminology program was really good. And at the time, well, towards my senior year in high school, I wanted to go into the field of criminal justice. Then, the veil was removed, and I found out more about the criminal justice system, how it's not just at all.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to be a part of trying to reform something that already doesn't work. I wanted to look at a more holistic way of creating like something new, not just through art, but just being able to reach people on an individual level. So I ended up going with psychology and social behavior. That was after being undecided, undeclared for about half a year in my freshman year. But I ended up graduating with a degree in psychology and social behavior.
Beautiful. I love that I'm learning so much about you. Like I said, even though we haven't met in person, I love hearing about your journey. So, do you mind talking to me a little bit about your school experience in UCI?
Yeah, sure. That's also going to be a mouthful. So UC Irvine had a lot of involvements. During my first 3 years, I was pretty involved in student government. A lot of the advocacy efforts to make sure that students had access to resources that they needed.
Hmm.
Um, I worked within student government mostly to represent students, not just to administration, but also to the UC regents who were like the major decision makers at the UC.
Hmm.
So I had to travel. I actually had the opportunity to travel to all of the UCs, which was pretty cool.
Hmm.
But I think a big highlight of my experience at UC Irvine too was more so the connections I made with people. I got to network with a lot of students in a lot of different areas and platforms, whether it's through conferences or just different board meetings that I had to go to. But um, that student government experience is a portion. And I also was the founder of the Black Psychology Student Association at UC Irvine, just because I wanted there to be a space for Black students who were in the psychology program to connect with each other.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I did in my senior year. Um, on top of that, fun fact, I was a DJ for KUCI, which is a campus radio station, which was
Cool.
super fun. I had two different shows. So the first show I had was called A Taste of Music. And
Hmm.
with that show, I basically made food based playlists. And in
Hmm.
those food based playlists, it was kind of like me choosing what song reminds me of a certain food item. And
Hmm.
then the entire show is dedicated to that food item. So I have like a steak dinner show. I'd have like a pho show or like a hot soup one for like comforting sounds.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just kind of ran with that idea. I had a soul food night where I did a lot of like oldies but goodies, funk. But
Hmm.
yeah, tasting music, that was really fun. And then my second show was Shades of Sound. where I did color-based playlists. So I'm like, this song reminds me of the color blue, or this song reminds me of the color green. It was really a good experience, and it was really fun. I think a good way to express yourself is through music, not even necessarily just by performing it, but your actual taste in music too. I feel like people are able to express themselves there too. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but it'll probably come back. But those are the main, I guess, involvements and experiences that I had at UC Irvine that have really catered to or crafted where I'm at now and my interests.
That's amazing. I really am excited for those playlists. I know we talked about it before, but just like the fact that you made a playlist about food and colors is just so fascinating to me. So hopefully one day I get to hear
So,
that playlist. But I know you also talked about, I asked you about traveling. So, were you able to travel when you were in UCI?
yeah, I got to travel to all of the UCs except for UC Santa Cruz, and that's just because I wasn't able to make that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But that includes, let's see if I can remember them all: UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, UC San Francisco, which is actually just a grad school.
Mm-hmm.
UC Berkeley, of course. I already mentioned Santa Cruz, which I didn't visit. There's Riverside, Davis, San Diego. Yeah, if I'm forgetting one, that's gonna be so funny. Someone watches it later.
I
But
think you said
yeah, I got to visit all of
Florida.
them.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
I know you mentioned Florida earlier.
Yeah. So beyond the UCs through the United States Student Association, I was also able to go to Florida and DC. And I also went to Massachusetts as well. And these were
Oh,
all
cool.
through student government. Yeah.
So
So
awesome.
that
And
was
I know,
cool.
okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Um, so also I know you're in grad school right now, so do you want to talk a little bit about how that experience is going right now?
Yeah. So my grad school, I mentioned I'm studying media psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And that discipline's kind of looking at the intersection between like digital literacy or just digital media and psychology. I focused my undergrad on psychology and social behavior, and a lot of my interest with media psychology is also the kind of the social aspect. Everything from audience engagement to community psychology, and right now I'm actually taking a class called Introduction to Consumer Neuroscience. So that class is looking at the brain and how we're wired to react to certain text, media, just different entities, and looking at the best way to reach a population based off of what we know about the brain. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of is fun stuff. In terms of like my goal and interest from this degree, I'm kind of still feeling my way through the program to see where my specific interest is. But
Mm-hmm.
I do know that I'm very excited to have this degree just because I see a lot of possibilities in terms of my own personal business.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I know that you also kind of talked about how like um it's very different like doing grad school right now because you're doing it via Zoom. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk a
Zoom
little bit about
University.
yeah, university. Yeah, and so thank you for sharing all that. And so what do you feel that school has prepared you for? And you can talk about your experience in UCI and just talk about how what you feel that that prepared you for.
My time at UC Irvine, I feel like a lot of what I learned in my undergraduate career was just kind of how to learn and how to keep yourself organized in a way that you can like convey your ideas.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, a lot of the school academic systems, I feel like at least undergrad is more so just do you know how to learn and can you convey your thoughts?
Hmm.
The fun stuff becomes in like grad school and beyond where you can like zero in on an actual topic that you care about and become an expert in that topic. So that's what's on my radar right now. But what else it has prepared me for? I feel like a lot of the autonomy that we had to go through in undergrad, it has helped me with my small business and being able to like manage myself and my time. Um, in some of my engagements in like organizations on campus too, like for example, using Excel, like Excel is a really good tool to know how to use. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I got some good skills with just practical everyday like systems too.
Yeah,
So those are some of the things that undergrad prepared me for.
perfect. And I know you just started grad school, but what do you feel that grad school has been preparing you for as of now?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like what grad school is preparing me for now is the development of my business and myself as a consultant. I'm learning specific skills that I can use to help other small businesses and creators with not only perfecting their craft, but how they present themselves online on social media and
Yeah.
how to reach a bigger audience in a way that engages them too. Because engagement is kind of what drives what will help you get more sales, and sales help a business to survive. I know a lot of it's what's really sad too is a lot of small businesses went out of business as a result of the pandemic. But I guess I'm one of the anomalies in that my business came out of the pandemic. So I was kind of using the resources that I've had to reach people. So after the pandemic started, I decided to go to school because I wanted to learn more about how to be more self-sufficient so that I
Mhm.
can be more self-reliant and not focus on trying to get hired somewhere. Because the whole job application process is another like nightmare that is really hard for people right now.
Yeah.
So in any way, like if I can help someone get it, not only get a job, but find a way to make their own job, like icing on the
Mhm.
cake.
Perfect. And so, what did you feel that school has not prepared you for?
School not one thing. Yeah, school did not prepare me for a pandemic. I just the mental health aspect of being inside almost all the time. Like I know, like you can obviously go outside and go to the park and like do things, but I don't. I had a lot of COVID anxiety when in like June last year. I was afraid. I was so afraid to leave my house. Like I would very rarely do anything, and it was in a lot of ways unsustainable. And since then,
Yeah.
I found a better way of doing things for myself. Another thing I'd say I wasn't prepared for, like by school. I feel like a lot of the small like business tax documents and information about forming your business. I didn't learn any of that stuff in school, and that's kind of my fault. I didn't take business
Mhm.
classes, so
Yeah.
where am I going to learn it?
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, one regret. I didn't get the chance to take more business classes, so I'm doing a lot of my learning not only on Zoom University through my school, but like YouTube University, because you could learn literally almost anything on YouTube because
Yeah.
there's always someone talking about it. Yeah.
Very true. No, you're talking about so many important things. I love all of that. So thank you again for sharing all of this wonderful knowledge that you have. And with that, with that, we get to talk about your art. So now you get to share anything and everything you want. Um, any art form that you want to talk about or share. The floor is all yours, and then I'll just ask you a few questions along the way.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. Well, I guess we could start with what's easy. This tapestry behind me. Let's see. I'll adjust my camera a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, it's so
That
beautiful.
tapestry behind me.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you saw it, but if anyone goes to my business profile at animo.style,
Hmm.
I have a reel where I show like the process of making this. But basically, I made this. I like drew it by hand, and
Hmm.
then I brought it to life. So one thing I'm gonna be doing very very soon is custom tapestries like this one.
Hmm.
Not only this size, also bigger sizes, but a lot of this kind of art is really therapeutic for me. Like if you look really close, these are like very very thin lines, and the
Hmm.
act of just doing this repeated motion is really therapeutic for me. And sometimes I'll just get lost or zone out in it. And what I really like too about this, it's pretty unpredictable. It's not really a predictable piece. Like you have cow print
Yeah.
here, and then I did like stripes, but then I did lines and dots within the stripes, and then here I drew like little eyeballs. So I was really kind of just going for whatever I was feeling at the time. But I also wanted to keep the color scheme consistent too. So it still kind of looks like one cohesive thing, but it's also all over the place. That's kind of like me. I am a single human, but I'm all over the place.
I love that. Beautiful analogy.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this tapestry, I'm gonna have custom tapestry soon. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But jewelry is another big thing that I focus on. These are some clear cassette earrings that I made. Yeah. I have these in clear, but I also have this highlighter yellow color too.
Oh my gosh. So sick.
Yeah, they're
So
super vibrant. I was gonna wear these honestly, but I don't know. I thought they kind of clashed with my kind of red makeup, so I didn't. But they're a banger either color.
they are. They are.
Yeah,
And
let's
your
see.
septum too, right?
Yes, so believe it or not, this is fake. Huh, I duped all of you. But, but yeah, I make these septum rings as well. This one specifically, I believe, is clear quartz. But I also have, well, I'll physically show you. See, we're back in place. See how easy it is to put back into. I like you could just pinch it and it's there.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, obviously during the pandemic, if you're out in public, you probably won't want to show this to people because that means you're not wearing a mask, and that's not
Yeah.
good. But if you're in the comfort of your home and you're having a little photo shoot, it's perfect for that. And of course, post COVID. But I
Yeah.
have that in gold sandstone too,
Oh wow.
and then I have turquoise.
I love the turquoise one. It's so.
Yeah, and what's funny, I also have since I'm on turquoise right now, I have these turquoise earrings. So this
Mhm.
together would be a whole look, like turquoise on
Yeah.
turquoise. Um, but this one's a very unique stone. It's called chrysocolla. Hopefully, I'm not butchering that, but it's like a green. It's like a greenish color, but it's
Oh,
also
it's
kind of
so
teal.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Rose quartz, which is like one of my best sellers.
Mhm.
Um, then amethyst, which is
I
like a
didn't know
very
you had
unique
all these
color.
colors. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And then for the people who want a simpler look, I also have just the plain
Mhm.
septum ring. If let's see, just a plain ring, so
Mhm.
simple. You don't have to have the little beads. I know my sister was saying I don't like the bead; it's so big, and it's still subtle, but it's
Mhm.
cute. But yeah, those are my septum rings, and I also actually have these evil eye rings. I'm gonna put them on my hand. Give me 1 second. But
Mhm.
yeah, these are made by hand too. And the cool thing is the wire for these rings, it
Mhm.
basically forms to the shape of your fingers. So it fits any hand size. So you can wear it on your pinky, on your thumb, on your ring finger, like whatever your I guess aesthetic is for that day.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I wear 6 for the culture.
Yes.
Here they are. Yes.
Cool.
So they have like little squiggles. But these are super
Mhm.
fun. They're also everything I'm showing right now is on my website too. But yeah, these are my evil eye rings. I'm gonna actually wear them. I like the look. But yes. So next, I'm gonna show you some of my crystal earrings.
Mhm.
This one,
Oh
if
my
you look really
gosh.
closely, you'll see there's like little sparkles.
Yes, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
one is blue goldstone.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, it has very, very tiny little specks. They like shimmer in the light. Um, these ones are amethyst.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're amethyst stone earrings. This one is lapis lazuli, point stick. It's a beautiful blue stone, but it has little reflects of gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I already showed you the turquoise.
Mhm.
I really like the color for the turquoise. I think this is the last of my crystal earrings, and this one is clear quartz. And these
Oh my
ones are
God.
so different because they're wrapped. I wrapped them
Mhm.
with wire.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God. So
yours
beautiful.
are one of my favorites. I wear these all the time, but I'm gonna show you how these ones look. We'll have a little, what's the word? Costume change.
Yeah. So what was the inspiration for all these earrings?
I had this little phase where I was like, oh my god, crystals. And I wanted to make jewelry from them.
Mhm.
So I kind of ran with that. Um, Obviously, I didn't make the crystals themselves. Mother Earth can be credited for that. But in terms of making them into jewelry, I did that part. But
They
yeah,
look
they look
so
super
beautiful.
cool. Thank you. But yeah, those are my crystal earrings. I'm gonna organize myself. Next, I'll show you my Brave New World earrings. So these
Mhm.
ones, they come in gold and silver. And they're just like, I'll put it on my forehead. My skin's a
Oh
pretty
my
good
gosh.
backdrop.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I love
so it's
it.
just the shape of the world.
Yeah.
I have that in silver and
I love how you're like,
gold.
I'm gonna, yep. I love it. They look so cool.
Because YouTubers do this, but I
Yeah.
mean, my hand color it's almost too light, so my melanin comes in handy this time.
You can make it into like a headband. That'd be so cool.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Headbands. I'm gonna have to explore that. But
Mhm.
yeah, gold and silver, Brave New World. Those I've had these for a while, but I keep them because they're one of my best sellers. And similar to those, I have these ones called In Orbit. These ones are fun. I did a little. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. They have a little moon and a little star on the. It's like a circle,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
on
I've
the
heard
back
this
it's
stuff.
kind of like
Yeah.
studs. Yeah, so I mean, I have my ears stretched, so I can only model them so well. But this is how they compare to the size of your ear.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I have those ones in silver and gold too.
Yeah. Thank you for doing the demo for the ears, because I know some people are like, how big is it? I want to see.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah. I'm always
you.
wondering that when I see people post like jewelry, especially earrings, because I know some people don't like earrings that are too big, so they want to make sure that they're the right size.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the next ones I'm going to show are my Eclipse Hoops. And these ones also are gold and silver. Give me 1 second. So, these ones, they have little
Oh,
stars and a sun
I
and a
love.
moon.
They're so beautiful.
Cute. Yeah, I'll actually compare the gold with the silver. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah. Oh, and then these are yours while you're transitioning. These gummy bears are hers, and then this ring is
Nice.
made for you. I love this ring so much. I
Oh,
literally,
yeah, the opal moon.
yes.
Nice.
I hope I'm like demoing. I'm like, I'm trying to
Mm,
do what you're doing.
yeah, that looks good. Nice.
Thank you.
Yes, here are my Eclipse hoops. Now these ones are also super popular because of I don't know, everyone likes space. It's hard to
Yeah.
find someone who doesn't like the space aesthetic.
Hmm.
And that's also I can confidently say that space and astrology is another thing that inspires my art. Very much into astrology.
Hmm.
I'm not a person who would not talk to someone because of their sign, but I do think there's a lot of truth to astrology
Yeah.
and it can be used as a tool to like self introspection and understanding yourself on a different level.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Speaking of Eclipse jewelry, I also have these. Now these ones were super complicated to make and I don't actually sell them anymore, but I might bring them back eventually. Here's the sun and the moon. Whoops, they should be facing each other.
They're so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, these ones are wire as well. And they're little huggy things. But how they compare to your ear.
Yeah. So wait, so what's the process of making those earrings?
For these ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my pliers are. Oh, I have some pliers here. I take wire and I take the pliers
Mm-hmm.
and I bend them into the desired shape.
Mm-hmm.
For these ones specifically, it took a little while to get the right design that I wanted because I wanted to make sure you could like see the face and that the face made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the eyes. Like I had the eyes a little bit as similar as I could make them.
Yeah. No, it's very well made. I've tried jewelry making once and I was not very good at it. So the fact that you can do that on your own, kudos to you. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. No,
Yeah, so
you're so sweet.
yeah. So wait, how long did those take to complete?
It probably for these ones,
Mm-hmm.
it probably takes me about let's see, I'd say around 20 minutes ish. Just because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of a perfectionist, so like if I don't like how it looks, I'll just cut it off and try again.
Oh my gosh.
But trial and error, too. So like the pricing is also cognizant of the time that I take to make these, because this isn't like fast fashion or anything like that. This is slow fashion. Yeah. And these ones, Black Lives Matter. These are my Black Lives Matter earrings. They don't even really need a backdrop because they're so, like, the yellow pops out a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
But, yeah, so they're inspired because the Black Lives Matter, like, the organization, the colors are yellow and black.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to stay consistent with that. But these ones are also, for these ones specifically, too, I donate a portion of the profits for these to people for mutual aid funds, people who have different needs, whether it's housing or just like bare necessities. But I try to make sure that as I grow, I'm also giving back too.
Yeah.
So one of those ways is through my Black Lives Matter earrings.
That's awesome. So wait, so what's the process of making those earrings? Because I know those are different.
Yeah. So for these ones, I actually designed them on the same software I used to make this. And then I have a distributor to make sure that they're quality in terms of the thickness.
Mm-hmm.
So these ones are a little bit different. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. This reminds me of I used the same process for my pins that I made. And I'm going to grab them.
Yeah, of course.
The cool thing about doing things on my bed is that I literally just reach over for most things I need. But, small shout out. This little pouch was made by Ivana Creations. But this contains my business buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The little anime style fries.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh wow, that's very smart. That's smart.
I actually kind of fumbled the bag not wearing this, so I'm just going to pick the bag back up and wear this. Yeah. But yeah, these ones are fun. They have, this isn't like my technical logo, but I wanted to have something fun that still kind of reminded people of who I am as like a business. But these are also available on my website. They look really good on like backpacks or like purses, or if you have a really cool jean jacket, because it doesn't really feel like it's trying to like sell anything. It's literally just fries. Like, and if you look closely too, if you look really closely, I was very intentional with the detail. Okay. Luckily, I have a whole bag of them.
I love that.
Yeah, no, if you look really closely, I even did trees on the bottom. But for obvious copyright reasons, I didn't do palm trees. I did like regular trees. But it was still following the same idea and the same like color scheme. Color scheme.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some of that. I love that pin. It's so cool.
Thanks.
I don't think I've seen it before, so it's so cool.
Yeah, but in terms of like doing like more digital design, too, I I also designed these stickers for my business.
Trippy.
Super
So trippy.
colorful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I actually liked this design so much that I put it on a shirt. It's not
Mm-hmm.
currently like for sale. I just made this for myself. But if I do see an interest at some point, I'll probably make this for sale too.
Interested. Interested. That's so cool.
All I need is one. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yay.
So that's also really my motto. If I get reach that one person who appreciates like stuff I create and I like want to support it, that's fine. Like I don't need to be like I don't need to go like viral or be famous. Obviously that'd be cool, but that's not like my priority right now. My priority is like doing things that make me happy and things that calm me, like this
Mm-hmm.
tapestry or just like the little doodles. Um, but yeah, I did have one more pair of earrings actually. Yeah, are these ones. Little thunderstorms.
So cool. I remember seeing those at the shop. I love those. So are those is it kind of similar to like the wire, or how do you make those?
So for these ones, this one's made out of acrylic. So I use if you look closely, I have a little jump ring.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of mine, I find charms in different places and then I make them into earrings. So that's the case for these ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very smart. Using charms for earrings. I should do that.
Mhm. Yeah, because I mean the possibilities are really, really endless.
Mm-hmm.
You can do almost anything with that. This is a look.
Beautiful. Yeah, it really is. So wait, so what about the rings? Do you also bend the wires for the rings, or is it
Yeah.
different?
Where did I put those pliers? So these pliers, I actually specifically use these pliers. I have a different pair of pliers that I use for these.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly different process because I needed a flat type of pliers. But for these ones,
Mm-hmm.
since they're I don't know if you can see, but they're curved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and because it's curved, I was able to make the little indentations on the wire. So here, since this is mine, I don't mind stretching it so you can physically see.
Mm-hmm.
But basically,
Oh,
I bent
cool.
every little loop, and I made it like over, under.
Mm-hmm.
Added the little charm, then went over, under. And what I really like about these is the fact that they're so versatile, and you can wear them like however you want. Like I was thinking about doing more like personalized rings, but I feel like I prefer ones that are versatile just because I never know if I want to wear a ring on my ring finger or my pinky or my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
I like being able to choose. But if I
Mm-hmm.
got one size, I can only wear it on that finger, you know?
Yeah.
So it's good in some contexts, but I like the versatility of this.
Yeah. Okay, you're
Yeah,
gonna
and
really you're
oh,
selling
sorry.
me stuff. No, I was gonna say you're really selling me stuff to buy more. I love it.
Aw. But yeah, the ring you have too, for that one,
Yeah.
it's also adjustable for that reason. I didn't want it to be to where you have to wear it on a single finger, but you could really wear it how you want.
I didn't know that. I like because I got it from you, and I think it was when you and I had first met. I was like, I have to take really good care of it. So I think one time it like stretched a little, and I freaked out. But now that
Oh.
you're saying it like open up more, okay, now I'll do that. I'll do that for next time.
Yeah, I intentionally used wire that adjusts to your life. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not completely fixed. Yeah.
So amazing.
But yeah, what else? Oh yes, these. And then I'm also gonna show you a sneak peek of something I'm having soon coming up.
Oh my gosh.
But I have these little moons. These are literally one of my favorites. I feel like I say that about all of them, but they're so versatile. Like I literally can wear this with anything. They're kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, and I would say they're a little more antique in that they have some culture on them.
Mm-hmm.
If you look really close, there's like little like reflects, or I don't know how to explain it. Like the grainy aesthetic, like
Yes.
grainy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like that. But I really like how they look, and they look pretty cool with the light being
Yeah. So.
shown on them.
Mhm. Okay.
I
I'm
have
like.
quarantine brain. I don't even know what grammar is anymore.
Thanks.
But yes, the sneak peek. So I am dabbling into keychain making. And this is actually a prototype I made for my mom. It's like this.
Oh my god.
So it has a little sun charm because she likes the sun. And then I have a natural crystal inside. That crystal is fluorite.
Wow.
So that's good for like keeping away negative energy. There's other benefits, but I'm not like a spiritual guru or anything. But definitely recommend you look into fluorite. And there's it's even if you don't believe in the benefits, a lot of the times there's a placebo effect even to where if you think about something as being healing for you, it will be healing for you, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's another benefit of like having and using crystal items, whether or not you specifically feel they're gonna help you. But yeah, these keychains, I'm eventually gonna have more designs. I actually have a different design that I made for my own personal one. But this is a sample because our favorite color is also purple.
Wow. And you did the wrap and everything, right?
Yeah, I did literally everything. Like this was not non-existent. I bought the string. I forgot there's a specific name for the string. I'm gonna get bullied later, cyberbullied for not knowing the name of the string. But I used a type of string.
Yeah.
And I again I included a charm. I just added the charm with the jump ring. And I have the little keychain thing so you can easily hook it onto your keys. For example, let's say this were my key ring, my in orbit. It easily just boop, and yeah, voila. I don't think I have anything else to demo it, but yeah. I'm actually really proud about this.
How long did it take to make?
This, I was watching Grey's Anatomy when I made this, actually, believe it or not. But I think, what was it? I want to say like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I need to start timing how long it takes because I generally I don't know if that's accurate. But so I'll see if that's actually accurate, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, I don't think it was longer than 30 minutes. Yeah. But it was really fun to make. Because believe it or not, I actually used to make little, like, I don't know if you remember, like, GIMP, like, little plastic stuff. And, like, I don't know if you played with that in, like, your childhood years.
It's like, it's attacking my brain right now. I was like, you remember it. You just don't know what it is right now. But, yes.
Yeah. But I used to love, like, making things with my hands as a kid. So, honestly, it shouldn't even be a surprise that I'm still doing that as, like, a way to sustain myself. It barely feels like work, and that's the main thing I've always wanted out of a career path or like a job or anything like that. Like I want something that doesn't feel like work. So although it takes a lot of time to create this, like I shared a lot of stuff that I created. This isn't even everything I've created, by the way, but beyond just the fact that I'm making stuff, I think I say this a lot. It's like very therapeutic for me, and it doesn't feel like a waste of time or anything. Even if I stop having the business where I sell it, I'm probably still going to make them for myself, you know?
Amazing. I love everything that you showed, and I really hope that after this people like hop on and then just start buying all your stuff because it's all just so wonderful. And I was going to say I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, but if anybody has any questions, we're almost done. But if anybody has any questions, you could type it on the question mark that's on the video. That way, I'm pretty sure we'll have like 5 minutes for questions. And if anybody wants to ask Zo anything, they are more than welcome to. But very late, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I'm an open book, so if you're wondering anything, or if you're like an aspiring artist wondering certain things about like your craft or what to do, feel free to ask.
Yeah. So yeah, do you want to share any other thing before I ask you a few more questions?
This isn't something I made, but I do feel the need to share it in case there's people who are typing. Look at this corgi sticker. How cute is this?
That's so cute.
Yeah, but this is my water bottle. I have like random stickers. I actually made this sticker.
Oh,
We Will
wow.
Rise, and it has a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
black power fists. Yeah, I made this when I first started getting into digital design. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
make something that would encourage people. Um, I actually think I took it off of my website, but it is now a freebie. Like if I want to I have different things that I throw in as freebies for people when they place an order. So that's one
Yeah.
of the things people could potentially get as a freebie now.
Cool. So thank you for sharing all this stuff. And with that, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, and then we'll leave it open, open to the audience. So, how are you taking care of yourself physically and emotionally during this time?
Um, I don't know why, but I had, you ever have those impulsive, self-deprecating jokes? Like I
Yeah.
had a funny answer. I was like, okay, that's not the time for this. But the one way that I do, I like biking. I recently started biking more, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to find more ways to stay like physically fit. I'm not really a fan of home workouts. I was more of a person who found joy going to the gym, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously I can't go to the gym, which sucks. So finding
Yeah.
alternatives to that. Biking's been good. And one thing I'll do too, I'll bike to the USPS. I have a little basket. I'll put my packages in and I'll bike to USPS
Mm-hmm.
just so I can get like my 30 minutes of exercise in. Just to stay safe too. But in terms of mental health, I give myself time for breaks. I feel like that's really important. And I also cherish sleep. Like I go out of my way to make sure I have at least 7 hours. And I feel like since we're home all the time, that's a bit easier for some people. Um, but I think one thing I need to do in terms of my mental health is make sure I spend more time going outside and like
Mm-hmm.
downloading more of the sun's energy because the vitamin D is also associated with heightened mood
Yeah.
um, and feeling better. So I do try to go out of my way to get that goal in, but I need to be better on it. So this is also going to make me more accountable to doing that. So thank you for that question.
You're welcome. You also say that oh, there was a quote by Nietzsche that
Mm-hmm.
you said we were prepping for it. I don't know if you want to say it because I thought it was really good.
Oh yeah. That was with the question. I think it was like advice for aspiring artists, and what advice I would have for aspiring artists is, well, at least one of the things I kind of live by is this idea of turning chaos into art. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if everything around you doesn't make sense, like channel that energy into something. Um, One other, I think, yeah, channeling that energy into something and turning the chaos around you into something that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that's really important to me. But also this other concept that I actually got tattooed on my arm. Um, I'm a little embarrassed because I want to have a sleeve, but I don't. So I feel like a little naked baby when I do
No,
that.
don't. I love it.
But
I
what was I
have
saying?
nothing,
Yeah.
so
Oh, nice.
I have nothing, so you're ahead of me.
I see. But yeah, the one of the, what this quote says is to create is to live twice. Um, when you make things, whether or not you think they're good, it's kind of an extension of yourself. So when you're living in your physical body, but like this is me. Like these earrings are me. Like the things I create are also me. So finding new ways to put yourself into a different medium is really fun. That's why I also like the identity of being a multimedia artist, not being like, obviously it's good to have a craft, like painters who specifically do painting, like
Mhm.
obviously that's amazing. But it's also fun, like people who like to dabble in different things, being able to
Yeah,
wear different hats. Definitely advocate for trying out new mediums to see where your passion lies. Uh-oh, I think we froze.
perfect. Yeah, and
Might have the
I know you wanted
little
me to ask this. Hello.
buffering thing. I think your screen's loading.
Hello.
Errors. Can you hear me? Okay, we're good. Yay.
Good. Okay. I was like, oh no. So I know you wanted me
I
to
was
ask
like,
this
the little
before.
circle was there.
Just before I ask the last question, which is, Are you working on any new projects? That was a question you wanted me to ask.
Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, new projects that I have coming. I currently don't have my commissions open for custom tapestries like this one, but I will
Mhm.
have them by the end. I don't know if I can promise the end of the month because there's literally 2 more days in this month, but very soon, like within the next few weeks for sure.
Yeah.
So if anyone like wants to spice up their room, I would love to be a part of that, and we can like work on a design together. It would be more of a collaborative thing. Just like when I do my photo edits, I ask a lot of questions just so I can get a better understanding of what your vision is.
Mhm.
But that's how the process of making the tapestry would be. But also, I mentioned the keychains. That's also going to be another big thing coming up for me. So definitely stay tuned. Also, if you all who have tuned in have not already, be sure to follow my business account. It's at animo.style, or you just go to my current personal account that we're using right now at Zo Animo, and then just go to my bio. It's linked there.
Perfect.
Yay!
And then I don't think we did, so if anybody who's watching right now, they get a promo code, right? And I didn't even ask you what I wanted the code to be. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Um, if you can, you could just put artist talk.
Okay,
That would be
yeah.
that would be. Yeah, and then Zoe will give you a discount for her jewelry, which is amazing.
Yes. I'm in the process of making the discount code right this second. So by
Oh
the
snap.
end of
Okay.
our talk,
Yeah.
use the code Artist Talk. You'll get $5 off your entire purchase.
Thank you so much
Woo.
for this. This is cool. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
just I wanted to make sure I also had a way of saying thank you to you guys for tuning in. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And so my last question to you, I think we'll only have like a few minutes for questions. I was not keeping track of the time and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get cut off. What is any advice you would like to give to artists?
Don't stop making things, even if those things suck to you. They could mean a lot for someone else. Yeah, the idea, the quote I mentioned, to create is live twice, live beyond your own body. Because even when you die, because we are all gonna die at some point, at least your art will live on, and your art can inspire someone else to keep going or do something else. Crash course for you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Wait, did I freeze again?
The little cut out soon. Okay, it's back. Haha, maybe potentially. Is it back? It's back. I can hear you.
Hello.
You hear me?
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Cool. I know. I was like, did we get cut off? Oh shoot. But
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm scared. I feel like we don't have time for questions because Instagram's already cutting us off. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, just one, that would be great. But thank you so much for sharing all your work though and your experience and just everything with us. So, oh, somebody says that it's
Thank you
blurred.
for having me.
Yeah, of course. You
Yeah.
shared so
Thank you for
many
creating the
words.
space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, there's a
Sorry.
little lag, so we're kind of talking at the same time and then waiting for the other person at the
I
same
know. I
time.
know. I'm like, I'm gonna
But
wait. I don't want to.
yes,
Yes. Okay. Okay. We're perfect.
if you want to, we can maybe you can maybe make you could like download this live and like save it on your device, and then if you want, you can make another. You can start a new live so that in case this one gets cut out, people can come back for questions if they have them. I don't know if you want to do that, but that's an idea. I'm willing to say
Yeah.
if you want. Yeah.
There's no question. So I'm like, is anybody gonna ask? And then I have a guest with me behind me. She's hiding.
Hi guys.
She's hiding right now.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, I like your hair.
I love your hair and I love your art.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're just tuning in. Oh, there is a question. It says, "Do you get muscle fatigue from creating?" Oh, wow, that's a good question.
Ooh, that's a really good question. Yes. Oh my gosh. The wire jewelry that I make, like, I didn't even show them, but the abstract earrings, those, I like actually had an issue with my thumb. I had to
Mhm.
give myself a break of like, I was saying like, oh, I'll be fine in a day, but it took like 2 weeks for my thumb to fully heal. It got to the point where when I woke up, my thumb would pop like first thing in the morning, every morning. So I made all of, to be fair though, I made all of the abstract earrings that you see, I made all of those over the course of like 3 days. So it's understandable why that happened. And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously mass creating's good, but listen to your body. I had to end up taking a break for like 2 weeks from making stuff physically. So I switched back to digital art. So there's another cool thing about being a multimedia artist. When your physical body lets you down, you can do like digital stuff or
Yeah.
like I play the cello too. I don't think I could play the cello when I had the little thumb issue, but just putting on different hats like as needed as it felt right, you know.
Yeah. Perfect. You said you didn't have any questions?
No, she answered all the questions. I was tuning in. I was like, man, I don't even got a question.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
trying to
that's
think.
good. That means I explained good, I think.
Yeah,
Or well.
I'm trying to
This stuff
think.
is so good.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, and you get a discount. Did you hear her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get a discount if you shop at the store. Yeah, and I think we'll stop there just because I think we're gonna get cut off soon. But thank you so much for joining, Zoe. It was so nice to have you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you so much again for creating the space. And also, FYI, the discount is now live. So if anyone wants to make a purchase, you can use the code Artist Talk for $5 off of your whole purchase. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
which is basically a pair of one of my abstract earrings for free because some of my abstract earrings are $5. So there it is there. But I'll let you all explore and see like what fits your desires.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Zoe, for everything, and thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for Kiki for being
Alrighty.
today. 2 awesome
Bye.
guests. Bye. Thank you.
Stay safe.
You too.